Fire up, there it is. Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Tuesday, January 28th, 2020. It's 3:50 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. So Bitcoin is in the green today, coming in at 9,151 this moment. BS Vision is down 1.95%, where it belongs, and the banker coin XRP is up 2.7%, coming in at 23 cents. Good for you, XRP Army. Something to note, ADA Cardano up 9.65% today, and TRX up 9.89. Definitely got some coins moving today. They're following Bitcoin up. Let's look at Tether into Bitcoin. It is astounding. 3.1 billion Tether into Bitcoin last 24 hours. That is rocking. I think that's the most I've seen it in January, ever since we started this recent run-up. So, wow. Big Tether into Bitcoin. Tether into Ethereum over a billion, 1.17. Always a good day when we have more than a billion Tether into Ethereum. All right, volume last 24 hours is insane, 1.2 billion. That is rocking. Where was most of that? Binance. So, what are the Binanceers thinking? Well, longs versus shorts, 39% longs, 60% shorts. So, well, you know where they think it might be going. Let's look at the traditional markets. There's been a lot of global uncertainty with the coronavirus, so let's just check it out. S&P 500, as we can see, a dump on Friday, a dump Monday, and now we have a strong green candle today. Let's see how that compares to the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's doing the same thing. Let's look at the Russell 2000, the RUT. It is doing the same thing too. So, if we don't get any more bad news on the coronavirus, it looks like the markets will recover. I wanted to mention Crypto Love, Randall, friend of mine, great character. He goes into this in much more depth, but I linked to this in the show notes, and it's basically look at the weekly MACD. It's just crossing positive. And this is a cool deal, especially with a daily positive also. So look at this. This is back in April 2017 when we had a positive weekly MACD cross. Even if you grabbed that real sloppy, you could have gotten over 1,000%. And then it crossed again here in February of 2019. Even if you were really sloppy, you could have easily grabbed 100% out of that pump. So I'm just saying, it pumps quite often on the weekly MACD positive cross. And we just crossed positive, and as you can see recently, we're on the way up. Let's look at the daily. Just wanted to note here that we've got some 200 moving, I'm sorry about that, a slight brain freeze. 200 on the daily, let's look at some 200 moving average crosses. So we crossed 200 moving average back in April 2019. We went up 172% easy, and we had a 200 moving average cross back here in November, and not much came of that. But now we're doing a 200 moving average cross again. These are on the daily. So are we going to pump again? I mean, that was 172% back here when we crossed the 200 moving average on the daily in April of 2019. So we got a daily 200 moving average cross. We're looking good. Directional index is definitely strong in green. ADX is looking wonderful. And of course, combine that with a weekly MACD cross positive. Hey guys, I'm open for some of these gains that are possible. So let's keep an eye on things. Also, let's just do a quick look at the, let me change this to daily. And just do a quick look at the MACD on the daily. Sorry for all this mess. On the daily, we were dumping there for a bit, but as you can see, we're just now about to, or we already have cross positive on the daily. So we have daily MACD about to cross positive, weekly MACD has crossed positive, and we are making a positive cross on the daily over the 200 moving average again. So, guys, this is looking pretty darn positive. I'm happy to see all of this. On the 4-hour chart, as we can see here, this is a fib line, maybe we're going to blow the top, a fib retracement, maybe we're going to blow the top right off this thing. We are challenging a previous high right now as we speak that we hit back on 18th of January. So are we going to push through that? Let's see. We are challenging 9200 on the 45-minute chart for very, very immediate price action. You can see we're above the 200 moving average. We are above the 314 moving average. The directional index has been very, very powerful and green with a slight dip earlier. Looks like we're moving back into a positive directional index. The ADX is a little low. It's down here around 15. I'd like to see it above 25, but it looks like we are headed in that direction if we can break this previous resistance at 9200. You guys think we're going to do it? I don't know. Look at this weekly beautiful MACD cross. Boom, right there. That's wonderful. You look at what it did historically. Look at the daily MACD, which is just now crossing. Boom, that's a very, very positive sign. And then look at these 200 moving averages, these 200 moving average crosses of Bitcoin in the past, of April 2019. Boom, that was rocking. We kind of fizzled there back in November, but we're giving it a shot with a positive MACD on the daily, all about to turn positive. The tangent is going in the right direction, and then of course a weekly MACD, very, very powerful cross, already has happened just recently. So guys, I am feeling pretty darn good. Short time frame, we are working our way up. We are challenging this 9200 resistance. That's 1, 2, 3 taps on it. The only thing I am slightly noticing and worrying about is, could this be, a head and shoulders? You got to break up, because if you don't, well, that kind of sucks. But that's a very short time frame, hard to tell. With that said, I'm a member of Blockchain Education, have been for over 2 years. Come make some money. Join the team. I'm Cowboy Craig in the chat. I would love to see you there. Obstacles can't stop you. Weather can't stop you. Heartbreak can't stop you. Failure can't stop you. Only you can stop you. Keep hammering. Bitcoin is about way more than the daily price action, but I mention the daily price action every day, and I will mention it again tomorrow. But hey, this is a peaceful revolution. I am glad you're a part of it. I'll see you tomorrow.